Hello lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little bit of a different kind of vibe. We're doing a get ready with me, as you can tell by the title. Happy Valentine's Day to you all, the singles, the lovers, whoever you may be. Happy Valentine's Day. My birthday is also in 2 days, so yeah, period, big Aquarius season. Today we're going to be doing a story time I have with my husband because it's Lover's Day and I feel like we have just such a unique story. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe, become a part of the Lovelies, and let's get into this video. Hello Lovelies. So we're doing Get Ready With Me, and today I will, child, let me start over. I already moisturized. I'm in my bathroom. I don't have a proper sit down get ready with me. I think that I need to invest in like a vanity in my bedroom, because I really do miss sitting it down and doing my makeup. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna be doing our makeup. I already moisturized using the CeraVe moisturizing cream. Period. Love her life. And now I'm just going to start with my brows. Actually, I'm going to prime first. So let me grab my primer. While I'm grabbing my primer, as you guys can tell by the title, this Get Ready With Me is actually a story time. And it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers. If you don't have a lover, it's totally fine. Your man, woman, partner is coming, period. But I'm just gonna do a little story time on how I met my husband. Like when I'm with him, I always want to do videos with him, but obviously we're long distance, so we just get so caught up in catching up and spending time and having conversation, doing all the things married people do. Um, but yeah, if you don't know by now, then you're really not a lovely. You should subscribe and like this video and become a part of Team Lovely. But if you don't know, my husband and I are in a long distance marriage. It's a little bit ghetto, but I quite literally couldn't imagine being married to anyone else or just even in a relationship with anyone else, because to be quite frank, this is my first real relationship. I had relationships when I was younger, high school, but I'm almost 27. It's Aquarius season. Shout out to all my Aquariuses, especially the February grass. Period. But yeah, I'm almost 27 years old, and I really only had boyfriends in high school, so that doesn't really count because I'm not that person. You don't even know me anymore, baby. Okay, I had to take the mic off, you guys. It wasn't giving what needed to be gave. If you don't know, my husband is Jamaican. He lives in Jamaica. Yeah, man. Shout out to my mans. Period. Love you, babe. So with the eyebrows, I'm just taking some got to be glue and just a little spoolie, and I like the laminated. I actually love and am obsessed with a laminated look. So I just brush them out, and then I just take a little bit on the end of my spoolie and kind of brush it through, and then I apply it with the plastic part on both, and then brush it to my desired spike. Okay. So yeah, my husband and I have been together almost 3 years. We met in 2021. This is just a little bit of backstory. So when we met, I was actually on a bachelorette trip. I had literally just gotten out of the most toxic situationship of my entire life. It was terrible. The guy, he was just terrible. You know how, I don't know if everyone goes through the stage, but I feel like most girls do, where you're disgustingly obsessed with the person because you're a good person and you're oh no, I know they have potential. Stop depending on potential. Go off of what them people showing you, especially men, especially if you're in Memphis, babes. So yeah, I had just gotten out of the worst situation. I mean, just freshly got out of it. The dude had a baby and everything, right? And so by the time I went to Jamaica, me and that guy had literally just stopped dating. And I went to Jamaica in July of 2021. Hey y'all, it's Chelsea from the future popping in. I went there in July. I went in June. That's my bad, honey. Let me get my facts straight. I had stopped talking to that guy probably like the top of the year, like January, February, right? And that's also when I like got into the gym, like back into the gym. But anyway, so got to Jamaica on the bachelorette trip. At the time, I couldn't swim. I'm still not the best swimmer, but I can do a little 1-2, 1-2. I'm not as afraid of the water. Definitely afraid of the ocean because you don't know what's in there. But anyway, so we're on this excursion, water yacht excursion, and it's gorgeous, by the way. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, honestly, it was the most beautiful. The water is so crystal clear. So pretty. Me and baby just out here walking. Look at the fishies. The boat was so nice, so clean, so beautiful, right? And so boom, it comes time to get in the actual ocean. I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I've never been out of the country. It was my first time out of the country. I'd never been on a boat, and I damn sure had never been that far out in the ocean. So it's my husband as a lifeguard, and then it was another guy, which my husband is still like really cool with that guy. But you know, we got in the water. First of all, they only had us. It was like 6 girls, maybe more, maybe like 7, 8, but it was at least 6 of us, and they only had 2. You know, like when you go to a pool in an apartment and they have like that one donut hard kind of floaty. That's what they had all of us on. And like everyone just had to hold on, and they held one part of it, and they were just swimming with one arm pulling us. So as soon as I dropped into the water, I was immediately terrified because I'm like just sitting there. Like, obviously there's no ground floor in the ocean. So I'm really like, wow, something could quite literally just come and get me. And I mean, I'm already an overthinker, babes. My thoughts were through the roof, okay? My thoughts were through the roof. Let me finish my eyebrows and then I'll come back. You guys seen what I've been doing so far. Literally, gel, lay it down with the plastic part, brush it out how you want. I'm going to do my brows and then I'll come back and finish because I'm going to finish the story before I finish my makeup. Okay, so the brows are down, and now I'm just going in with my Juvia's Place foundation. She is a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. It's a little bit orangey too, but I really like the way it lays on my brows and like the way it like pops, you know? Let me show you guys. Hang on, let me just get my brows together. Okay, so this is the foundation that I'm using, and it is the color Garbone. It is 300. So I'm just gonna do this with the other brow. Same thing. Just take the teeniest, tiniest bit because this foundation is honestly so thick. I honestly love it so much. I need to find my shade, like my actual shade, so I can wear it because honestly, it's one of my favorite foundations. And it's only like 20 bucks. So now I'm just going to, I hope this doesn't look crazy on camera because honestly, it's not that bad in person. I don't like this super highlighted look. I definitely used to, don't get me wrong, when it was like a thing. I definitely used to love that. But now I'm just more natural. So we're just gonna buff that out. Okay, so we've got the brows blended out. With the brush, I'm just gonna nicely go in with my sponge, which is wet. Wet your sponges, be grown-ups. Okay, so yeah, so they had us on this little, you know, the little floaty, I guess. I don't know the proper term. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And as soon as I got in there was no ground underneath. I was freaking out. And it was just me and one other girl on there at the time. Love her down. She was just sitting there chilling, just like enjoying the views, honey, ready to get out there, go snorkeling, right? That's what we were doing. I don't know if I said that, but we were going snorkeling. And child, I also went ahead and primed my eyes. We're going to be doing a Valentine's look, obviously. So, yeah. So, yeah. Kayla was just sitting there vibing, chilling, just waiting for the excursion to start. And it's starting to settle in. I'm going in with, all of my palettes are old. I haven't bought new makeup in quite a while. This is my Perception palette by Shayla, her collab with ColourPop. And I'm going to go in with Revenge in my crease. So yeah, I finally came to like I was realizing that my feet we're not on the ground. Okay? And so he starts pulling us out into the middle of the ocean. I'm just freaking the fuck out. And we have these huge snorkeling goggles on, and my face was so extremely sunburnt. Like, I don't know what happened. I was putting sunscreen all over my body, but I guess I didn't go heavy enough on my face. And my face was already so sunburned. And obviously, we're in the ocean, in salt water, and in the Caribbean, the salt content is so high. So I'm already peeling like a snake. My face is burning. This water is splashing me right in my face. I'm terrified. I start freaking out. And I'm like, hey, you gotta take me back. Like, you gotta take me back home, boy. I don't know what y'all thought this was, but this ain't that, and I need to go back to the boat. We're maybe like 50 feet away from the boat. Not even very far, but I was freaked out. So the guy that was pulling the other set of girls came to get Kayla, and I think it was one other girl on there with us. I can't remember, but I know Kayla was there for sure because she was like trying to calm me down too. But they came, Kayla got on that float with them too, and they just went ahead about their merry little way. Everybody was totally fine but me. And I'm like, okay, like nobody else is scared of me. So my husband, he's sitting there, he's trying to like calm me down. He's like, you just have to relax, man. You have to relax. You're gonna be fine. You have to relax. And I'm like crying, snotting inside these goggles in front of this man, which he's so cute. He has the most gorgeous eyes. But I can't, like, I'm thinking about this now, but at the time I was like, you got to take me back. Like I said, take me back. Like I had a little attitude, right? I wish he was here to tell this with me. But yeah, so I had like a little attitude, right? And so he took me back. And then he had a little attitude, right? Because obviously he's like, okay, this bitch wasting my time. So, girl, I'm sitting on the end of that boat. I mean, just thinking about my whole entire life. Like, really thinking I almost just lost my life. I'm going to go all the way since this is a Valentine's look. But yeah, so I'm going in with my Hidden Treasures palette by Dose of Colors, and we're going in with Diamond. I don't even know if the girls be doing Get Ready With Me somewhere. Like, I don't even know if this is a thing. But yeah, so anyway, they're out there having the time of their life, and then they come back. I'm sitting on the end of the boat, got my feet in the water, like really contemplating life. And then the guy that's the bartender on the boat, he comes over and he starts like trying to flirt with me. And I'm like, bro, not right now. Like, I'm being nice because I'm just genuinely such a nice person. And he was sweet. He was cool. But he was trying to flirt with me. And I honestly was like, this cannot be happening, right? So he's just talking. I'm literally listening to them out there snorkeling, having the time of their lives. And I'm just like, wow, like I really thought I was about to meet my maker. Like I really thought I was about to go to glory. And so they're out there for like 45 minutes. I swear that was the quickest 45 minutes that passed. And mind you, at this time, I'm not really thinking about like my husband or like trying to talk to him or anything. I'm literally just over here contemplating almost losing my life. So dramatic, I know. So they get back on the boat, and I can tell like my husband, the lifeguard at the time, was visibly annoyed. Like visibly annoyed. And so I was like, damn, like I gotta like tell him thank you or like apologize or like I have to do something. And he got back on the boat soaking wet, you know, he literally just got out of the ocean. And I'm just like trying to tell him like, hey, like thank you so much. Like I literally like try to like stroke his little arm to be like, hey, thanks. Like not in a flirty way at all, like literally just feeling bad at all the antics that I just gave him, right? Okay, I'm keeping it real simple. This is all I'm going to give on the eyes because we are going to be very, very, very dramatic and do a red lip. So we are going pink and red. So right now I'm just going to do my lashes and then I'll be right back to give you guys the rest of the tea. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation while the lashes are drying. And the foundation that we're going to use today is going to be, I absolutely love this foundation. It's Milani Conceal and Perfect. So it's actually like, it's a 2-in-1, so it's like a foundation and a concealer in one. If you ask me, like, if you know, you know. When I was starting out, YouTube, makeup was my thing. Like, I really truly wanted to be a makeup artist, and I actually was for a little bit. But honestly, there's not much of a difference between a foundation and a concealer, and I don't think it takes a genius to figure that out. So he gets back on the boat, and I've already primed and everything. He gets back on the boat, and I'm just like trying to like rub my little finger down his arm to be like, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much, like, for helping me. You know, I finally sat down and got my life a little bit together and realized I wasn't dying and I was being a little bit dramatic, and I have to thank this man. So I try to be nice and like rub my little finger down his arm, like, thank you so much. He was not having it. Like, knowing him now, my husband is not a people person. Like, he's a really cool guy. Like, he's really sweet, really funny. He is quite literally the most loyal person that I know. If he fucks, like, if he messes with you, like, he messes with you, like, heavy, like, period. But but he's not friendly, moral of the story. And he was just like, you know, like, just like going on about your business, lady. Like, I'm trying to work here. And so he kind of really hit me with like that. And he just kept walking. And I was like, oh, he not having it for real. And so it was also like a hostess of the boat. And her and I became really cool. Like, we're even still cool to this day. And she was just like, we just like, time went on, and we got on, like, he went and changed into like dry clothes, and then like the party really got started on the boat. So they started bringing us out drinks, you know, drinks started flowing, we were having snacks, they were playing music, we were dancing. And so my husband has a head full of hair. He keeps his hair braided. So when I met him, he had like some braids to the back. So he brings two drinks in his hand, but he also has one on top of his head. And if you know me, you know I come from a server bartender background. Like, I love the restaurant industry. Love, love, love it down. And so this boy is coming over this way to me with a head full of braids, and he has a glass full of substance on his head. I gotta take this off so I can get my forehead. Make sure you are blending your foundation into your forehead. I am so tired of getting on the internet and seeing the girlies have a flawless face and a line, and I mean the clearest line of foundation and skin. Like, there's no, like, a line of demarcation, like, so thick. Put foundation on your foreheads. And I don't have much of one, so I can only imagine having a big forehead. Ladies, with the big foreheads, put that foundation on your forehead. I'm tired of seeing it. Blend it into your hairline. But anyway, so he walks over to me, and I'm just simply amazed. And this was like right after COVID, so he has on a mask, but I can see him smiling like through his eyes. If you know me, I'm really big on energy. I'm also a super flirty person, but I love eyes. And again, like I said, my husband has the most gorgeous big brown eyes. So he has on his mask, but I can see him smiling through his eyes. And so I go to reach on his head to get the cup, and he's like, just give me a minute, give me a minute. This man gets down on his little knee to give me the drink, and it didn't spill. Not one drip, not one drop came out of the glass. So I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I was thoroughly impressed. But I'm just like, you know, he's just doing his job. Like, it's not like he's doing this just for me, right? You guys want to know what I do wish that I had? I wish I had a white eyeliner. That would really set this look off. Okay, period. We have lash one on. They're super wispy, super sexy, super flirty, perfect for date night, especially for Valentine's Day. And I actually am extremely sad. Valentine's Day has never been like a huge thing for me, just because my birthday is like immediately after. And I've always gotten like, I've always gotten like stuffed teddy bears and everything on like my birthday. So it's always kind of been like a 2-for-1, but I much rather prefer my birthday. But honestly, I am super bummed that I won't be with my husband for Valentine's Day. He's also not very big on Valentine's Day. So there's that. We did celebrate last year though, and it was super stinking cute. But I can't lie, I'm getting pretty bummed out that I'll be alone. This one is always the hardest to put on for me. Boom, lashes are on. So yeah, he brings over the drink on his head, gets down on his little knee, and I am just thoroughly impressed. Um, but again, I'm just like, this just his little 1 2 1 2, his little trick that he likes to do for the bitches on the boat, right? But so, okay, I'm not gonna lie, he had my attention. You got me there. Just gonna go on with the black eyeliner. So yeah, not gonna lie, he had me there. He truly did. And at this moment, we're now like, we kind of locked in a little bit, you know what I mean? So he goes back, he gets more drinks, he does the same little 1 2 1 2. He has one on top of his head, and he has one on top of his head and two in his hand, one in each hand. But this time he's going over to the other girls. And I'm like, okay, let me just watch and see if he does the same thing. And so he very much goes over, has one drink in each hand, one on his head, but he just lets them grab it off the top of his head. This time he didn't get down on his one little knee. And I'm like over here thoroughly impressed. Y'all, why this man look over me? And again, he has on a mask, but he immediately, after she takes a drink off his head, he immediately looks over at me like, yeah, you saw that, right? Like, I didn't get down on my knee for her, right? And I said, oh my God, this man is flirting with me. Like, oh my God, this man is flirting with me. And let's just 1 2 1 2 on the way back to the situationship I had just gotten out of. I don't like the term contouring just because it's just so harsh and it makes me think of dirty, muddy. This is off topic, but if you guys watch Love Island, if you watch Love Island UK season 6 with Demi, contouring, that is exactly what it makes me think of. Just muddy, splotchy, way too dark. I'm just like adding some color in my face. I'm just bronzing. I'm gonna call it bronzing. And I've had this for quite a long time as well. It's a Black Radiance foundation stick. Child, I couldn't tell you what color it's in if I wanted to. Like, that's all that it says on here. And I know my nose are a mess as well. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, going back to the situationship, I had become so insecure, just because the guy that I was dating, he was so insecure, and it had like rubbed off onto me. You know, like I'm very, very big on like, energy transfer, especially when you're, you know, dating a person and like being intimate. Like what you're dealing with, whatever they're dealing with, and it's gonna rub off on you. So I had become very insecure. So I'm like, oh my God, like this boy is flirting with me. And so it felt nice, right? So after that, we just started like flirting back and forth. And me, I'm not much of a dancer. If you know me, you know I'm very much white girl with a rhythm. I have none. Like I cannot dance to save my life. Now that I'm older, I like to dance more, and I just don't really care what anyone thinks. But I just can't dance. But you know, I was doing a little 1 2 1 2 with the booty pop, and this man comes over and is dancing behind me. So like we full on like dancing together, right? It didn't last very long, but that was kind of like, all right, he likes me. You know, like this man want to know me, right? So now we're gonna go in with blush. I don't know if I want to use, ladies, which one do you think? It is Valentine's Day. We are going for red and pink. I think I'm gonna use the pinker one. It's my next one. As you can see, she has been very loved. I have a little glass piece. She's just here, and this is in the color Desert Rose, so we're gonna go with her. So yeah, I'm like, okay, we're flirting, you know, cool. This is cute, this is cool. I'm in Jamaica, got me a little crush, right? And I'm just like, now that I came to Jamaica and got me a little crush, child. So we're dancing, we're talking, you know, he's really sweet, really cool. And before we get off the boat, he's like, you know, I gotta get your number. So he actually didn't have his phone, so he put his number in my phone. Like he made me download WhatsApp, everything. He's like, use my number. He's like, I'm giving this to you for you to use it. And I was like, okay, like cool, like I'll use it. And my girls are like egging me on, like, right? So get his number. He tells me to download WhatsApp. Download that. I also got my homegirl's number. Also got her number. And I still have the note in my phone to this day because that was such like a beautiful day to me. But yeah, got both of their numbers, and I texted him when we got back to the hotel when we had service, and he messaged me back instantly, like so happy, like so happy I got to get your number. He was like, I couldn't let you leave and like not try to give you my number. I really wanted to get your number, but I didn't have my phone. I didn't know if you're going to use it. Like just being super sweet, right? So he wants to see me the same day. I'm going in with my setting spray. I didn't use any concealer, you guys, which I typically would have, except mine is totally empty. This, I mean, when I say empty, she is out of there. Okay, gone. But this is my favorite concealer. I just don't have any to use, so this is going to be our look. And then I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Lasting Fix. This isn't my favorite setting spray. But she gets the job done. So yeah. So he texts me immediately, like right back, and he's like, I gotta see you tonight. Like he's so persistent, like he's so confident, and I'm loving it. Like he's sending me voice messages. At the time, I wasn't a voice message girly. I was very much a texter. So he's sending voice messages. He's like, I need to see you tonight. Like, let's hang out. Tell your friends. Let's go out. And I was hyped for it. Again, my girls were hyping me up. And I'm like, we're going to go out tonight. Like, we really finna get in these Jamaica streets. But we ended up not. I kind of like talked myself out of it. And I was telling him to come to our resort. But he was saying that like he couldn't, blah, blah, whatever, right? But I was too scared to leave the hotel. Now I'm going to go in with lips. This is, I don't even know what this is from. Somebody actually gifted this to me. But I'm going to use it like a lip liner. And then we're gonna get some lipstick on. While this is dry, actually, I skipped a step. Okay, so we're gonna go in the bottom lashes with mascara. This is my Sephora. It's all dirty because a powder exploded in my makeup bag, you guys. But this is the Sephora mascara. Big volume. And then this is my Ride or Die L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. We're gonna use both. And I know my nose are horrendous, okay? Just give me a break. So yeah, we're texting. He was super bummed that I didn't come see him. Ladies, make sure you're doing bottom mascara. It really takes your look to a whole nother level. Okay, so I just went in with this. I use it like a lip liner. Y'all, I completely forgot about my freaking highlight. Hello, my favorite highlight ever on planet Earth is the Artist Couture and Jackie Aina. It's called LeBron's. Anyway, this is my fave. Can you guys see? Anyway, so yeah, didn't see him the first night. He was super bummed out. So the next day he's texting me like, good morning, like I need to see you today. Like, what are you doing? And the next day we were actually going on an excursion in a different city. We were staying in Montego Bay, and the excursion that we went on was in Negril. So he was like, just let me know when you get back, like be safe, have fun, like talking to me as if he already was my man. And I was like, okay, 1 point for you, baby. So yeah, we went on our little excursion, and again, I didn't have much service, even though I did do the little plan. I don't know, it was just very ghetto. So yeah, long story short, the second night I also did not see him, and I thought he was gonna be upset and just be like, okay, F it, because you know I didn't really think much of this. I didn't think it was really going anywhere. So I wasn't really like thinking too deep into it. I'm like, you know, I just met this boy, like it's just a thing, like a little fling, like cool, I got his number, but like when I get back to the States, like it's not finna be that, you know, like okay, cool, like I can say that I went to Jamaica and got somebody's number, you know, that's all that was for me. Babes, that man was like, we got back that night and we were just so tired, like we had literally done so much, and he was like, you know what, it's fine, don't worry about it, I'll come to you. We were leaving the next day after that. So I met him one day, didn't see him that night, didn't see him the next night, was leaving the next day. And so he was like, there's no way you're leaving here and I'm not seeing you. So he was like, I'll come to you. So he came to our resort, and one of the other girls was talking to, like, kind of like flirting with his friend. So him and his friend came to our resort like a couple of hours before we had to catch our flight, and we were just out there like talking. Like, it was honestly so freaking cute. Like, the whole thing was so romantic to me. Like, we were just out there talking, and he was just like staring. Like, we were just like looking at each other. Like, I don't know. It was so weird. Like, I was like, why do I feel like this? Like, we were just like staring into each other's eyes and just like talking. Like, he was very sweet. Like, he would like touch me like appropriately though. Like, just put his little hand on my hip and like just so sweet. And like, we took a selfie, and then he like kissed me on my cheek, and I was like, this is so cute. And I still have those selfies to this day. But yeah, that's honestly all that happened. So I thought I was going to go in with a red lip, but I was like, let's just keep it on the cute, sexy pink kind of look. So I'm just gonna go in with this Superstay Matte Ink lip by Maybelline. Did I say that already? The shade is 130, and it's called Self Starter. Period. This is not the color that I was going for at all. This is giving grandmama. I have this other ColourPop color, child. It's so old. But it's more pink. It's more of a pinky color like I want. By the way, y'all, my husband hates makeup. Like, when I say hate, he absolutely hates it. Okay. This was more of the look I was going for. But that's honestly, as far as the story, that's honestly all that happened. And here I am today, Mrs. Smith. The story wasn't that crazy. I just like to drag it out. People, like, when I tell it in person to people think it's like the most romantic thing ever, child. But honestly, it was so sweet to me. I think it was super romantic. I love our love story. Like, I fell in love with my lifeguard. And honestly, my man has been, like I said, he was talking to me as if he knew I was going, like, he just knew. Like, even to this day, he just says he just knew that I was the one, right? Let me go put my cute little shirt on, and then I'll be right back to finish up with y'all. Okay, so I just wanted to put on this little pink dress, which I actually wore when I was in Jamaica. So I just put on, I don't own very much pink or red. So I just grabbed this little number, and then we're just gonna do a little good girl. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's like another one of the Carolina Herrera good girl. So that is the story time of how I met my husband. Again, it was very, like, it's a cute little funny story. Like, I enjoy telling it, but I tell it so often. Like, as soon as I let people know that my husband is Jamaican and he, you know, we're long distance, their initial question is, how did you meet him? Did you meet him in an app? Which, no shade, there's nothing wrong with meeting your person on an app. That's just not my thing. I'm not an app kind of girl. I'm a vibe checker, okay? I need the vibes to be going. So yeah, that's how I met my husband. Again, we've actually almost been married for 6 months. The day before my birthday is our 6-month anniversary. So shout out to my man. I love you, babe. Thank you for making me a missus. But yeah, guys, that's it for the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. My man also watches the video, so if y'all want to leave him a little comment, he'll see it. If not, I'll send it to him. But make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it, send it to your homegirls, and become a part of the lovely family.